Welcome to episode 9 or something of the BajaBroadcast, where every day is like the weekend. I don't know what episode it is. It's hard to tell when you're in a space like this without cell service, without data to check previous posts. I'm shooting live here on location in the newly formed and announced nation of Saskatchewan. Named by our fearless leader. Sorry, I'm not sure he knows how to read. The main goal of today is a little bit of survival, but also just to respond to some specific requests from some of the fans. It's a long weekend. Usually is when we shoot BajaBroadcasts. I don't know why, but it's just it's the only time the capitalist system will allow me to take a day off. We kind of got a bit of a predicament here. We got a little stuck. You can kind of tell a bit of a slide situation there. It's steeper than it looks. Always listen to your mom when she tells you to put on winter tires, and always listen to the radio when they're advertising winter tires at Canadian Tire on sale the day before the snowstorm. Today we're going to go through, because I'm literally stuck here in the middle of the Saskatchewan wilderness. You can't see a highway. You can hear it, but you can't get there. So basically you need to rely on what we have here in the survival box of the Baja. This episode will also act as a last will and testament. A little worried about what's going to happen here. I only have food for about 7.5 days, but I recently learned in law school that you can have a holograph will. Some old man was pinned under a tractor and scratched his will into the side of the tractor. We might do that in the side of the Baja, see how the day goes. So before we go ahead and ruin the paint job on this beautiful Baja, the spots that I haven't ruined already from backing into a wire chain link fence and scratching my will, I'm gonna try to get out of here and show you the predicament I'm in. I wanted to give you a view of my face because that's better than the view of the road to see. My expression will kind of show you even better than a view of the road. Not much of a road if we're going to be completely honest with ourselves. And now I'm sliding down. Nope, whoa, yep. We're okay. So foot on the brake, sliding, hit something, winter tires. As you can see here, I was able to get it turned around, so no need to ruin the paint job on the car, but it's given me a bit of an exit strategy. We'll check out in a bit, but first we're going to go through a survival kit. Alright, so survival kit in the vehicle at all times, even when you don't want it there. It's in the way 90% of the time, but I save it for these moments where fear is in my heart. So it's a little messy right now. So you got your standard first aid kit. Never used it. You got your hand warmers. You got your rope. Standard stuff. Let's look at the more interesting survival stuff. So here's your tow rope. I think this probably can handle about 50 pounds of weight, so that's probably good. There's an emergency blanket and a poncho. That came with the car. I didn't buy that. Never used it, probably won't. Some candles. Well, that's from a previous episode. I'll let you determine which one. Candles in a tin can. Make sure that you buy the nicest scents that you can. If you're using it for heat, you also want to make sure that you're counteracting the scents that your body is creating in a panic situation. It's different than a normal situation. So normally, never done it, heard it on TV. I think you put a candle in there, light it on fire, and you heat your hands, and maybe you can cook some beans on it. To start that fire, make sure you got some matches. So I recommend novelty matches. Here we got some Shauf matches. And then he also got some novelty Ukrainian matches, Host Pro. It says Krasche Hostiner v Ukraine. I don't know what it means, but you always want to have something to do and read and dream about when you're sitting here waiting for your SOS signal to work out. So I can't stress enough how much you specifically should have Ronnies original jumbo roasted sunflower seeds, no salt added. More snacking, less cracking. No salt added means you're not going to dehydrate yourself in these situations when there's not really water anywhere. So always keep a few not quite expired license plates around in case you need to change your plates and set this and torch this puppy just in whatever circumstance comes up. And always have a project in mind, you know. I've been meaning to install this in the Baja for legitimately 3 or 4 years, but you know, if number one, I just haven't had the time, and number two, I've been keeping it for a project for an emergency situation. And to be completely frank with you, I recently just watched the Blair Witch Project for the first time, and what was that? What was that? What was that? I heard something for sure. I'm getting those vibes around here, so I'll probably start installing that stereo pretty quick, so I can die doing something I love, is working on the Baja. So what else we might have in the front here of the vehicle? So we have bug spray on either door, because you're here, it's winter, but I saw a fly flying around today too, so you got to be prepared for that. Here's your prescription sunglasses. Always recommend having your naloxone. It's a long process in trying to end the drug war and decriminalization and, you know, smash the state. Also recommend that you keep some good memories around for, you know, your last moments. You want to think of family, you want to think of good memories, not all the bad memories about why you're not a very good driver and you got stuck. So this is from a golf tournament with some buddies. I scored 110. Don't need to talk much about that, but it still amounted to a pretty good memory here at Hillcrest Golf Club in Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan. I like to have a really good map to tell me kind of exactly where I am in the province. Some people like to buy burial plots to know where their body's gonna end up being, but I find this is just adequate just to know, you know, in an emergency situation exactly where I am. I'm gonna meet my demise. You know, I don't know if you can see that. There's a pack of cigarettes. I don't smoke, but you know, last moments you might be like, damn, I wish I had smoked in my life. That's something I regret, so it's good to have that as an option. See what's in here. There's some toilet paper, some more Narcan, you know, a fork. That's pretty useful. I usually have a Choice Nestle chocolate bar in here, because as we all know, if we're ever going to make it out of any emergency situation, we're going to need Nestle to get us out of it. So it's good to have an effigy. As you can see here, this is Captain America's head. It's good to have an effigy or someone to pray to and to think about, and I like to think about Captain America burning, and that makes me feel safer. I guess for the will side of things, I would like the tow rope go to my parents. I probably took it from them. There's a hook missing on it, but they can have it, the tow rope. The bug spray can go to, and the Ukrainian matches can go to Olga. I think she could do some interesting things with those. The sunflower seeds, I think, will go to my friend Nathan. He's the only one that really gets the sunflower seed thing. Oh, I forgot to show you. It's good to have a little shovel there too. The stereo can go to my brother-in-law. There's a long story. You can have it back. I don't really want it. Anyway. And, you know, everything else, the residuals of my will, I bequest and bequeath to whoever comes across this video and finds my body here smoking cigarettes and calling it a day. And this might be the last Baja broadcast. It's really hard to say. I really hope not. I've grown fond of the like half dozen fans that regularly watch. And I don't think that, you know, I feel like I got a little bit of life in me. We're going to start installing this radio. You might see that on the next Baja broadcast if we make it out alive. This episode here has been brought to you by Ronnie's Original Jumbo. You've been listening here and watching the Baja broadcast, where every day is like the Remembrance Day long weekend. I'm gonna not say anything about that. It's an interesting time to die here in the new nation of Saskatchewan, also known as the Rider Nation. It's too stressful of a situation right now to make political commentary, so I'm just gonna leave it alone, and I'll see you guys next time. Anti-imperial incense. Burning plastic. Luckily, I bumped into a Christmas tree farmer here. It's been able to help me out, so. Might make it out alive after all.